Hey there, everybody. Thomas with Basecamp Trading. It is Friday, December 12th, and we're going to take a look here at the S&P on a weekly price chart. So one of the things that we have going on, this is just kind of a warning shot, essentially. Right now, we have a bearish divergence showing up on the weekly. So we go high right here, pull back, and we come right back up just about equally as high highs. But if you look at the momentum on the MQ Super Momentum, we're significantly lower. Now, the reason this is important is because basically every single major pullback we've seen in the market over the past 20 years, 30 years, has been preceded by a weekly bearish divergence, including the one earlier this year. Back before we had the tariff sell-off, we were saying, hey, watch out, markets can get volatile here and start to push lower because of the bearish divergence, where you had equally high highs coming across on the weekly, but significantly lower momentum indicator line and histograms. So we have the same exact thing setting up here. This is a big warning shot for anybody that's in the S&P. Now, again, it doesn't mean that the market's going to just collapse. And I'm not saying run for the fences yet. But one of the things we've been doing recently in the trading room, we've talked about this, is trading smaller, so more cash than usual. We don't want to be over leveraged in anything because the volatility is going to be high and we don't have a clear bias one way or the other yet. Now, when does this start turning pretty bearish? When does this start looking like it can pull back for a bigger retracement? Well, what we want to see happen, if this is going to turn pretty bearish, we had the lows down at 6,800. We need to see 6,800 broken. And then we need to see next week's low as well break this week's low. If we can get that, if we get next week's low breaking this week's low, and we get that 6,800 level broken, we should see a bit more follow through. And then the real test comes if and when we break through the pivot lows down here. So we're going to have pivot low support around 6,500 to 65 and a quarter. And that's where there's going to be a ton of support. And this is where it either is, all right, it's just a pullback to continue higher long term, or it's a full-blown reversal for a bigger sell-off like we had earlier in the year, which you can go back and look. This is where our pivot lows were earlier this year, coming off the bearish divergence. We broke through, retested, and then accelerated to the downside. So we would look for that same pattern. And like I said, basically every major pullback we've had, including back here in 2022, you see our bearish divergence, high 1, high 2, lower high on momentum and indicator line. Then you go back, you look at the COVID collapse, same thing here. Bearish divergence, high 1, high 2, lower high on indicator line momentum. You had the same thing back in 2008. I don't have enough data loaded. But basically every major pullback we've had, 90% of them plus, have been preceded by this bearish divergence. And then we accelerate lower when we break the middle pivot, break this middle pivot low. So first warning shot is here. Caution. There is a divergence. Again, doesn't mean run for the hills yet or anything. It just says be careful. It warrants caution. And then if we break that middle pivot sometime in the next several weeks, maybe early January, then it's okay, watch out. We can see a bigger sell-off here and see the market really start to head lower. But that's it for now. Hope it helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, if you want to get this kind of commentary and these types of setups and things live, we talk about them every single day in the trading room. I tell you kind of what we're doing with our outlooks and our biases. And you can join it for an entire 30 days for just $7. Just go to bctnow.com/join. And you can come into the trading rooms every single day with us. But that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, everybody, happy trading.